Hi everyone, so today we have window cards with decoupage, which are a little bit different. Okay, so this is a three-fold card. It's a very small one, but you can see it's very pretty. Part of the decoupage is inside the card on the flap, and then there's other decoupage around. And as usual, I haven't piled it up. I've just used it in spreading it out. So let's have a look at another one before we get down to the tutorial. This one here has got candles, and I've die cut a diamond, but you'll see in the tutorial we don't need to be able to die cut. Okay, and when you open it out, that is the inside of the card. So this one, we've got the window in it. So let's have a look. Any card, I'll just put these up there. Any card that you have, we can adapt. Okay, so we're going to have a look at this one first, which is a 6x6 card or 15 centimeters. And the first thing we're going to do is to cut our aperture. So if I take anything that's got a circle on it or square or anything like that, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to draw around my circle. There it is. It can be any size you want. And then I'm going to take my craft knife. Now I want to make sure that it's got, my pliers have disappeared. I want to make sure that it's got a very sharp end. So the knife comes with a little gadget on the end, which is a safety cutter. So there we go. Right, I want to actually cut off the line that I've done. So I'm gradually pulling the knife towards me, but as I go, I'm turning the card underneath. So I'm not ever trying to move my wrist around. I'm keeping my wrist in a nice comfortable position and just pulling the card towards me. Just do small pieces, turn as soon as you get tempted to move your wrist. Coming to the end, and you can feel, not quite there yet, you can feel when it gives. There we go. Right, so I can now just take a rubber and just go round. This smooths off the edges, but it also picks up any of the pencil line that you may have left. Now that's pretty good. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to line on this one the inside of the card. So there we go. I've already cut it so it's the right size. This is beautiful paper on both sides, but this would be a bit fussy on the inside of my card. There we go. So that's all ready. The inside is now lined, and I've chosen a bird with some flowers. So these are usually in threes. So we've got flowers, a large bird, a smaller bird with bits of the background cut off, and I want to place this so it's going to look right on the inside of my card. So then I can just pop that through, and I'm going to, just with a pencil, just mark where I want my bird's head. So straight on with the glue, and then I can quickly position exactly where I wanted it. Okay, so we can now close that up, check that it's exactly what I wanted, and it is. So I'm going to open that back up again, and now I've cut myself a piece of acetate, which is always difficult to find when you've put it down. Here we go. So I'm going to take my acetate, this bit, I'm going to put 2 pieces of tape and release the tape there. Right. Now I've cut this the same size. Let me try and get that off my mat. Cut this the same size as the inner piece, so I know when I put this piece down, line it up with my green that's in there and close this down, I know it will be positioned exactly. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to take the second of my decoupage, and because it's a bird, I'm going to line it up on there. This time it's fixing to the acetate. Yeah. So I'm going to line that up. So that is breaking the circle. I just lift that up slightly. You can see that this is now an independent picture. And I've got some extra flowers. So I can just play the moment to see where I can put these. I think we're going there. You could do traditional decoupage and just stack it up. We're going under there. So I now have plenty of room for a greeting, peel-offs if I want to do that. And there we can see there's my design on the front. Open it up and you've got the copy design on the inside. Okay, so no measurements. You go with the card that you've got. So this one is a larger card, and I've already cut an oval. Okay, so this time we're going to line up a piece on the front, and we're going to decorate the front rather than inside. So I've already cut my oval. Let's have a look at how we do this. So I'm going to put my double-sided tape on the actual card, and I know that my piece of paper is slightly smaller than the card, so I will have a little border all the way round. So I've got to be aware of that where I'm putting my tape. So I'm just going to take off one piece. Right, so I've got my double-sided tape all the way round, and I've just removed the top section. So if I take this now and I want to even it so that I've got a nice piece of white all the way round as a surround, I can take my ruler, and if you've got a very sharp knife, you can just gently come down without cutting through the card and take off the excess there. Now I'm happy with that. I can just simply go and remove all the other pieces. And I know that when it goes down, it will be in exactly the right place with a nice border. So there it goes. Right, you can now say that we've covered the aperture. So let's open it out. Put that out to one side for the moment. Take a sharp knife and using the same technique that I'm pulling towards me and moving the card, I can simply come round with my craft knife and recut the aperture. If I was trying to line up both pieces, so the outer piece and the card, I would find it incredibly difficult to get it in the right place. This way, it will be absolutely perfect. There we go. Now, let's have a look. There is the beautiful finish. Now, if I choose to, what I can do is to place this back in so it then becomes part of the inside of the card. So I can take this and placing it back in, I want to line it up, but I also want to match my picture so that all the lacework matches inside and out. Okay, so next thing is to find out our first picture that is going to go on the inside. So let's see what we've got. So I have a very tall candle. The design that goes on the top, if I choose, plus some extra flowers. So I think that's quite nice. I chose an oval because I knew that it was a very tall candle. So let's take that. And now I'm going to just gently slip inside the candle there. So you must always position your picture before we attach the acetate. So let me just check the acetate. Just check that it's almost a perfect fit. So I can apply this to the acetate, or I can apply this to the actual card itself. So as we attached it to the acetate last time, I'm going to apply this one to the card, and then you see a variety of ways of doing it. There's never any one solution, right? You need to do what is easier for you. Now again, I've only taken off one piece. So it's very static, it's picking up all the bits. So I'm now going to place it over here. Take this, fold it over, and it fixes it in one place. I can then take this, remove all the other pieces of the double-sided and simply let it fall down. Everything is perfectly matched up. Let's get inside that one. There we go. So fixed all round, that folds, and this piece that we've put inside is perfectly aligned to show through the gap. Right, let's have a look what we've got with this now. Now, traditionally, I could put that onto there and I could spread that. Could move it around. I think we're going to do the first one straight on so that it matches the underneath. That one goes onto there, and this one I think we're going to just tuck in. That's lovely. So it's breaking the line of the oval. Tuck it gently in there. And you can go on adding corners with peel-offs. You can go around the aperture with a peel-off. But it's a beautiful card and it has movement because it's on 2 layers. So let's have a quick recap. Here we have the bird, and inside you've got the bird and the flowers, and we've lined the inside of the card for the colour. So this one then flows down. This one, we've got the lining inside and outside. So I've got a complete piece on here, piece on the outside which I've cut the aperture. Always try and put a whole piece of acetate behind. It looks better and it's far easier to fix. So there we've got that one. And the one that sparked off the whole design in the first place was a 3-fold card where we've got the different lilacs underneath. So we've got a pattern, we've got a plain to add interest. We've got the tiny flower inside, and I've spread the other bits of decoupage all round. Okay, so have a go at a decoupage and window card and enjoy. God bless you all.